Hello and welcome to the Higher Intelligence Transmission. My name's Damkianna, and every week we create a space together where it's not about what the mind wants to say, it's about what a larger intelligence wants to share with us. And so each week I hop on Instagram Live over here, and I also record over here for my YouTube channel where the fullness of these higher intelligence transmissions live. So make sure that you go follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, because I share a lot of different things in both of those worlds. So in this space right now, I am fully letting go of my desire to control, of my mind's desire to be perceived as intelligent or having all my shit together. And what I'm doing is I'm showing up here fully present, fully letting go of any agenda, fully tapping in to flow state. Because as a creator, as a leader, as a world builder, the way that we can create greater harmony on this planet is by tapping into flow state. Now, flow state isn't some magical thing that you unlock by putting all the right pieces in place. It's actually something that we are designed innately with. Flow state is actually our natural state of existence. It's just the things that get layered on top that actually take us out of flow state. And so that is a lot of the work that I do in the world, is creating spaces for you as a visionary leader, as a creative, as a powerhouse who's come onto this planet with the seed of a vision in your soul and in your heart. And really the magic starts happening when we let go of all of the walls we build around ourselves to protect ourselves, the distractions that we commit to avoid the responsibility of how fucking powerful we really are. And so here in this moment, you and I together get to tap in to that flow state, get to tap into that state of receptivity to something greater than just the mind, greater than just the intelligence of our brain. Now, our brains are incredible technology. I talk about that in my first higher intelligence transmission. It's about the technology of the body. And what I want to talk about today, what's coming through right now, is a couple different layers. Number one, this seed that is planted within your soul, the seed of your soul, it's not even planted in your soul. This vision that you hold within yourself of what you are here to create in the world, what you want to offer the world, what you enjoy doing, what you love doing, that is meant to blossom and be shared with the world in the same way that, for example, a lemon balm plant holds a very specific medicine. Oregano plant holds very specific medicine. There are so many plants in the world that have a very unique medicine, and the only way that we can tap into those is when they are growing, when they are blossoming, when we learn how to connect with them. So look at your life and your community and your dream as an ecosystem, as a garden, and ask yourself, am I planting the seed of my soul in the right garden? Am I surrounding myself with nourishment? Do my roots have the space to go as deep as they need to create a strong, solid foundation for me to stretch my branches, my stems, my leaves, for me to flower and have space? I really want you to ask yourself that right now. And if there are any people, situations, environments that are coming to your mind that are like, no, actually I feel really constricted with this person in this environment, I feel very depleted in this circumstance, pay attention, because your higher intelligence is always guiding you. Now, when I say higher intelligence, what I mean, as we've spoken about in the past transmissions is that there's something beyond your mind that can guide you. Energy. We are swimming in a sea of energy. Even the empty space between me and this camera is full of energy, is full of frequencies, things that cannot be seen with the eyes, but that are streaming this data to you. We can't see it. In some ways, we can't even really feel it, but we experience it. And in the same way, you are surrounded. You are steeped in so much energy. Now, the way that energy works is there's constant communication. And we can really learn a lot about this when we study mycelium. Mycelium is the underground network of mushrooms. Now, mushrooms are actually just the fruiting body. The full body of mushrooms lives beneath the Earth's surface. And really all throughout this planet, there's an integrated, interconnected web of mycelium. Now, mycelium communicates. They're communicating through pulses and ripples of information exchange. The same way that the internet works. There are these pulses of frequencies, information, light, that send information back and forth. So whether we're talking about the internet, or we're talking about mycelium, or we're talking about your nervous system, or we're talking about the neurons firing in your brain, it's all working on the same principles. Information, light, frequencies, pulses of information, traveling, receiving, and sending. It's so phenomenal, so fun to see the connection between the organic world, the natural ecosystem, and the electronic, man-made world. But if you think about it, our electronics are functioning based on minerals that are compressed into certain circuit boards that then allow that information, that light, that electricity to travel through. So, remembering that you are connected to literally everything in this universe. Now, that seems very existential. That seems very expansive. How do we really relate to that? Here's how I relate to it. When I recognized this interconnectedness that is truly occurring every moment of every day, it started to chip away at that feeling that I'm alone, that I have to figure this out on my own. All the pressure that I put on myself as a high performer, as an athlete, as an entrepreneur, as a mother, all that pressure that I put on myself to be a certain way, to get things right, began to dissolve when I was able to see that I'm not just me here on this planet trying to figure things out. That I, in fact, am so intimately and intricately connected to the entire cosmos. So it then goes from being some existential, expansive, unrelatable topic to recognizing that no, this truth really awakens within me a deeper knowing that I am held by something greater. Now, some people call this God. Some people call this the universe. It's the same essence. It's the omnipresence of life itself. It is the intelligence of design that lives within our bodies, that lives within animals and plants and stars and other planets. And so in this moment right now, I want you to really ask yourself, where do I believe that I'm alone? And how does that show up in my life? Sometimes feeling alone choosing to feel and believe that we are alone feels like a great protective mechanism. Because when I'm alone and it's all on me and I have to figure it out, I get to control things. I get to control how I feel about other things. I get to control what comes into my sphere. And while intentional choices are very important, where we choose to go, who we choose to surround ourselves with, it's all very important. But when you shift from this perspective of I'm alone and I need to protect myself and I need to figure things out, and you start to see I am literally, the atoms vibrating within me that form this body, that form this mind, that form these words and these thoughts, they are dancing, singing, harmonizing, co-creating with every other oscillating atom in this universe. There is truly no disconnection. There's no disconnection. There is intimate connection. So when we are having a thought inside of our mind, but we don't say it, and we think, no one will ever know that I thought that, I'm just going to carry on with my life, the world feels it, because your thoughts are pulses of light and information, which do in fact travel beyond just the confines of your skull. And so, my love, let's return to this self-reflection. Where in your life are you holding the belief that you're alone? It could be in your business ventures, where you feel like, I need control. I need to, I've had bad experiences in the past with working with others. I've been screwed over. People don't work as hard as I do. What's your story? It could be in relationship. There's so many intricate things that we experience in relationship, isn't there? And we choose being alone to keep ourselves safe. So, take this invitation, take it throughout your days, your next few days. In still quiet moments while you're driving, while you're in the shower, while you're walking down the stairs. Allow this question to be in the back of your mind. Where am I choosing to believe that I'm alone? Because I'm going to tell you that as soon as you start asking that question and you start noticing where that belief lives in your body and how it shows up in your life, and of course, some of the most powerful moments of transformation occur when we can see, oh, this is where that belief started. And once you really see where the belief started, how it's impacting your life, and also how it protects your life. Sometimes we choose things that are actually holding us back because it's also keeping us safe in some way. And so, as you begin to ask this question, as you begin to see where you're believing this, then you begin to make space to open up to the reality that you are not alone here, needing to figure it out all by yourself. You are intimately connected to the intelligence of the cosmos. This can show up in so many ways. This can show up in when you really start opening and you start trusting. When I live in a way where I say, I am intimately connected to the entire universe. And what I know about the universe is that based on principles of coherence, energy is always seeking the most harmonious, regenerative possibilities. I know that when I connect with like-minded souls, I know that when I am living from my deep sense of purpose, I know that when I open myself to my intimate connection with my community, with this planet, with the collective growth of humanity, with my family, my friends, with myself. It's always the macro and the micro. How we connect to ourselves always has the same patterns as how we connect in our dating life, in our business life, in our communities, in our sense of purpose here on this planet. So I invite you to take this question with you and really look at where you're holding the belief that you are alone. And make sure you follow me on Instagram so that we can stay connected, because there on Instagram, I'm creating this world and inviting all these other powerful creators to build it with me. A world in which we honor the divine intelligence that lives within us, where we show up in service to a greater vision than just our finite selves. We are tapping into our infinite essence. We are aligning our spirit, our mind, our body, and taking action from that place. So I invite you to connect with me on Instagram. All the links are below. You can also check out my music on all streaming platforms. Because for me, this life is an opportunity to bridge many worlds and to be fully present. You get to be heaven on earth. You get to be the empowered, divine creator that you truly are. You get to sculpt and build from a place of joy and delight. So thank you so much for joining me for this week's Higher Intelligence Transmission. My name is Damkianna, and it is an honor to connect with visionary leaders and world builders like yourself. It's all about coming together to co-create at this time. So I'm so excited to see what you open up to and how the universe meets you there. And I'm so excited to hear how you release those ways that you've been holding yourself back, that you've been feeling or sensing or believing that I'm alone and I'm not supported. Once you really identify those patterns, you can start opening to receive the profound magic that is around you 24/7. And I can't wait to see what you build from here. Also, drop in the comments, if you would like, what you're seeing about where you have felt alone and what you're willing and ready to let go of at this time. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for everyone who joined me on Instagram Live. Thank you to everyone who's joining me and subscribing and following here on YouTube. I love and adore you, and I'm so grateful for your presence here. Mwah.